Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be a bit different. I am Tori, if you're new here, and I make videos about preparedness, everyday budget, food prepping, and all of the in-between. I have been asked on this channel to show a little bit more about the day-to-day. So I wanted to take you through the last week in here and show you some food that we've been eating and cooking from home and some activities we like to get into as a family of 6 that likes to stay home. So we started with a big breakfast of chicken eggs and a little bit of leftover tater tots, and then we got right outside. We tend to try and get outside before 9 a.m. just to get our willies out. I like to go out there and barefoot ground with a cup of coffee right when I wake up, and that seems to help my body wake up. But right now we are going to seed start with our seed snails. So what I have here is peat-free coconut coir, and this is from Back to the Roots, so you can get this just about anywhere. I got mine from Amazon and it was delivered to my door. All you need is a little bit of water here. We really love involving the kids in all of our gardening and backyard homestead and anything self-sufficient life lessons because we're all learning. My husband and I didn't grow up exactly like this, but we were taught a lot of life skills that we valued, so we want to instill them in our kids. So seed starting a bunch of different things, and we like to add vermiculite and a little bit of perlite. These are the brands we got this year, but sometimes we get different ones, and I just do one batch here and stir it all together. And then we also add worm castings to this as well. And then we go from there. We do have some worm farms throughout the property that we like to start. And all we do is put some organic matter in there, some cardboard. And then I will link the worms that we get. I think it's Uncle Billy's, but they're again just delivered to your doorstep. And we collect the worm castings from there and have a nice little worm farm that we add to, kind of like compost, but it's an interesting little lesson for the kids, and it's nice to have not in the event of an emergency, but for healthy soil. And then on the topic of bugs, I actually have not a bad tick problem, but we have some ticks on the property, and we have been told that nematodes help with that. So we ordered some nematodes from Amazon as well. Again, everything will be linked, but you could probably find this kind of stuff at your local garden store. But if you're not able to get to one, yeah, that's what I did. So yeah. I did want to say that because I know some people like my tips and tricks, and please remember I'm just learning just like you. I am not a master gardener here, so I would love to hear your thoughts about all that in the comments. But we're just going to stir this up and then put a light layer on some of this packing foam, and then we're gonna lay our seeds out. I've never done seed snails. It's going to save money. It's going to save time, and I'm excited. I wasn't sure about the actual packing plastic, whatever you want to call this, because I was concerned things would leach into our soil, but honestly our cubes do that as well. So normally we would start in little seed starting cubes, or sometimes we even make our own with toilet paper rolls, but we try all of it, and we see what works for us. So this year we're going to do some seed snails, and we're pretty excited. I'm going to let some music play, and I will link back up with you later on in the day.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car, let me see who you are, who you really are. Say you're sorry, 'cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be
So as you saw, mom life with 4 is fun, but sometimes I need my other hand, and we tried our best. So we got 4 snails done, but there's more to come. We plan to do a big garden this year, so we'll see. But I did want to show you some of my greenery coming through here. We have all the things, azaleas. We do have knockouts coming, some knockout roses underneath there. And then my wild violets are a little late, but that's okay. We headed on inside and did a together skillet meal. I have deer bologna from a friend, deer sausage. I had shrimp, I had noodles, corn and asparagus, and we were going for a creamy summer pasta. But my son also wanted mussels, so I found them buried in the freezer. Sometimes I can find them for like $1.99 at Sharp Shopper or even 99 cents. So I grab a few packs because my kids love things like that, clams, oysters, mussels, all the things. We love fish. So yeah, I got that on my table here, and we had what my kids call a pass-along dinner, which is literally just a sit-down dinner. I had sit-down dinners as a child. My husband did as well, and we were like, we absolutely want to do that with our family. So it's a time to chat, put away devices, and just really sit down and have a nice meal, because we really bond over things like that. And I put in a new spring, I don't know what to call it, decor into my table, and I wanted to show it off. And then there was a little bit more time, so I went back outside by myself. Okay, Mace fell asleep in the car, so my husband's throwing a ball and watching him while I figure out what to do in this area, but it's been bothering me. I was, if you've been here, gonna move this upward, but I really don't think this is going to make a huge difference. So instead, I think I'm gonna take this guy and I'm gonna put that against this area. This is all basically junk that we just don't need, except for this wire. Need that. And the shovel and miscellaneous stuff. But I'm gonna put that garden box there in hopes that if I plant some sort of trellis of wisteria or something, it could kind of, weave. Think of that right here, weaving up into here, and then it could kind of fall in this area. I don't know, but I'm wasting time explaining, but I need this area to be something that I could do something with instead of looking like a literal junkyard. Anyways, over here, I'm gonna fence this area out and have them have like a little grassy area. And then when Gomez starts feeling a little better, I wanted to make a little tunnel for him to get from his coop up here into this area, but we'll see. Honestly, we'll see how it goes, because it's just like, I don't know. Here we go. I'll show you the after.
There's a big boy. That's probably 150 pounds.
Yeah. All right, and here is the after. It's I need to get rid of this metal thing. I don't want to leave it out for trash because I feel like I don't want to be that guy. I feel like that's mean. Oh my goodness. I have a broody hen who's ridiculous right now. She's fighting everybody. Okay, where was I? The after. So like I said, I moved these here because I think I might implement this in the outdoor space. The hose is cracked. Can't use that. So piece of plastic, of course. The trellises. So these trellises will go over in this area. But what are you doing? They're such crazies. But I think they're afraid. So my broody hen's right here. Are you afraid of her? I know she's kind of being a psycho, but anyways, that's where that ended up going, like I said. So wisteria or something. Excuse me. Oh, goodness. What do I have here? Bricks, obviously. It's starting to rain, so I'm thrown off. But I really think this can get together as long as we have trash. I just need all this trash to just go. And then the bricks we eventually are just going to put under the porch there. But I feel like it looks better. For me personally, you're probably looking at it like, oh my gosh, what a trash heap. But it's fine, We're into transparency here on the channel. We value transparency. Everything else is coming together. I have this still here. I don't know. Maybe we'll just stack it with compost. Maybe this will be the worm farm, just a big box of worms. And then here's this area, which I like. I think this works. I have Brussels sprouts coming up, which is great. Some of those brassicas. Cleavers. I do have some cleavers. And some of the medicinals are coming back. The lemon balm, that lasted through the winter. Lamb's ear, comfrey is already coming back. And I really just am so excited because just growth all the way through. And then some people have been asking about Gomez. He's fine. He really likes to lay out in puddles and scare the heck out of me. So I went ahead and put his little tent over top of him here just because he would not get out of the rain. So it's really just about keeping him dry and clean. And turkeys are relatively clean. So baby's crying. Just wanted to give you the after, and I'll catch you soon. All right, it is the next day, and we met up with some friends of mine that homeschool, and we went to a local farm, so super fun. Girls played in the corn, the baby slept some of it, and we just walked through the farm, and it was just so beautiful. It was a gorgeous Pennsylvania day, and it's just what the soul needs. I find that coming back to quiet, like central Pennsylvania, truly is just such a blessing. If you live here, you get it. If you visited, you probably get it too, but it's just part of being home. I absolutely love it here. You can sit here and complain about having a simple life, which is probably something I did a lot in my adolescence, but now as an adult, I couldn't imagine us anywhere else. So yeah, we were driving home and we saw this beautiful sunset. So of course I am showcasing that because wow, look how absolutely gorgeous that is. It was just another fun-filled day and just a big reminder of how truly blessed we are. And we did need a quick dinner on the way. So we did some venison, another one pot meal. We did some gnocchi with ricotta and spinach, and then just some of my home canned sauce, and topped it with some Parmesan. This was really easy, but we definitely could have eaten more. I did serve it with a salad and fruit, but that was my husband and I's realization that our family is getting to the point where we might need to start doubling these recipes. But anyways, it is the next day, a rainy Easter weekend. We had such a good time, but I wanted to showcase just how beautiful this was too. And we did end up stopping and getting some spring water on the way as well. We get our water on the side of a road, basically in a shed, but all I know is it has minerals. It doesn't look absolutely beautiful in here, but hey, we have some fresh water and I'm thankful for that. And that's, really what this video is showcasing, how the simple life and how this frugal life can still be beautiful. And it's just all about how you look at it. So came home, had some leftover pot roast, did some broccoli, and I put dumplings in there. And then of course I'm always craving a potato. I'm such a PA girl, and I've been dipping it in Ithaca hummus. It's been amazing. But yes, thank you so much for being here. I wanted to do something a little different, and I'll be back to some grocery hauls and some preparedness content soon. I hope this inspired you. I hope this motivated you to live life simply and to show how absolutely beautiful and fast life can be. I did want to mention that my good friend, Mom and Mel, passed away. I know a lot of you follow her, and it's just been kind of heartbreaking. I met her right around 4 or 5 years ago in a cookbook challenge, and we've just stayed connected ever since. So go give some love to Melanie's daughters and her husband. It's truly a sad loss. She really was a genuine soul, and I did want to mention that just in case any of you follow her. So I'm sending love to all of you. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative, and I'll catch you soon. Bye, y'all.